Hey, so I'm back. I almost forgot where to pick up because my story is so long. Oh my god. And I was watching myself for the first half segment. But let's see. After I finished the web code and design, oh, that's when I was trying to do the cybersecurity. So the cybersecurity course, there's different certifications. So there's one or two of them I think are like, short and sweet, but there's one that's in depth that's I think it's like more respected. I'm not really sure. This is the reason for my page because I have a lot of questions and I'm sure other people do too. Especially when you around people that are not into tech. you know you have a lot of questions, or there's a lot of things you wish you knew or you don't know. You can ask questions, or you could try to find out, research or whatever. Or some people can maybe able to ask me things that I know or that I can further research. Is also You're also going to help me and enhance myself and keep me upgraded as well. So that's why I decided to do like a little tech spot for myself, because a lot of people's out here talking about the current events and all kind of stuff like that, and God knows there's like so much topics that you can hit, but I don't see many people I that are in my place where I come from. And that's when you're starting from very basic in tech and you're trying to, improve yourself, or, get yourself to the next level. So that's why I started the class. I mean, that's why I started the channel, in order to maybe open up about some tech situations or things that are in question. I have things in my head. Everything. I don't know everything, and I'm not gonna know everything, because in tech you never learn everything, because it's always something evolving. It's a open ended door. It goes on and on and on, and there's always new technology being. So they warn you. Everyone warned you in every class I've ever been to. The instructors always let you know that this thing is not open ended. It goes on and on and on. But there are some things in tech that you should know, and there's some things in tech that are relevant to you remaining relevant in that field. That's why I opened a class. Just to talk about anything related to tech, to answer questions. Because it's even now today, as I sit and I watch videos and stuff, I see things that were questions in my mind I didn't know, but I watch or I read or whatever, and then you know, I find out about it. And so if I had a channel that we can ask questions, have discussions, and figure things out together, then I think that's a great thing. I haven't seen anyone that's presenting a situation such as I have locked in my head right now. And I'm like, it's like 4 in the morning here. And I'm coming as I am. That's why I got the hat on. That's why I'm not beautified, nothing. I'm coming to you as is, because beauty is not the topic today. So that's how that goes. So when it comes back um to the next was the cybersecurity. So I was trying to get a small the little nutshell cybersecurity. I'm not sure I'm not sure what title it is, but it's not that in-depth great great one that, like I was saying, this course was 15,000 or whatever. It's not that one. It's like a little short, cute one. And while I was there, I was filling out for jobs, and I was filling out for help desk jobs, and it was uh Christmas time, and I was studying for the cybersecurity, but I was filling out for help desk. So I was filling out for help desk positions, seasonal positions, and I got a gig with help desk, and I was so happy because I never had anything under the name help desk. And I knew the help desk was like entry level to a tech position. So it's a big company. I was commuting to another state to Jersey from New York every day. I was going for seasonal, but I end up getting permanent. Um, and when I was permanent, I was by the computer, but I wasn't working with the computer. So it was more of a statistical situation. You know, we were trying to reach numbers, production numbers, you know, because it was a shipping company, a parcel company, very worldwide renowned parcel company. So even though it was help desk, or but it wasn't I wasn't doing anything really with the computer, you know. It wasn't like um people were calling and it was tickets and I was going to do any kind, helping them to do any kind of, if there something was wrong or fix something or upgrade something or downloads, it was nothing drivers, it was nothing like that. The computer was just there. We watched the numbers, and what we did was to increase the productivity on the job, and I did that for 2 years. And I'm like, hold on, and I went to I referred to the people that was there in the knock department. Like if they would come to service the computers where we were, I would ask about it and stuff. I would inquire about it, but I wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't letting me get anywhere, where I felt that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a little bit more in tune, in depth with the computer. And so that's my status. Like up to 2 years, I was working there, and up to January, and then I decided to come back to New York. I took, I wanted to work right away because actually in Jersey, they weren't even paying people the minimum wage price. And so, excuse me, I'm thirsty. It wasn't paying the minimum wage price, but um, New York was paying a lot more money, like $5 more or something an hour compared to what they were paying. And I came here, I ended up getting like $7 more, and that was home health aid. So, um, what happened with me is that for all the tech classes that I took so far, um, I was willing to just cope with what I have and with my situation, because I know that this um the technology will get me more money. So my instructor from the Cisco class or CCNA class had told us, if you if your rent is stable and you have food and you have clothes on your back, you better off to just sacrifice and get the knowledge because the pay will be more better for you in the end. And that's what I've been doing. So, what happened now is that okay, I stopped the job I was at, but I did go back to I used to home attend when I was real young, like 18, 19 years old. I used to home attend. So I went back to get something really fast. I did the home attendant and I had clients and stuff like that. And I did that like for the last 4 or 5 months. But the thing is that I've never really worked in a where I could truly say a tech position. Because even though the label for my position at um the mail place was help desk, it wasn't help desk like as far as a ticket system and stuff like that. No, we were um making tickets and putting it on parcel and sending it out and and making sure that it was sent out. And then my other part, when I became permanent, I was making sure that the productivity in my section was up to par. So we try to reach for 98% each time. It's close to 100 you can get. 97, 95. Anything up there is good. So that's what I was doing. But I'm not doing what I want to do or what I've been training for. And in the meantime, I opened the page so that any questions or anything that's cloudy to me or anything that I may be looking into right now that I know someone has knowledge about it, someone's experienced it. They always say what you went through, someone already went through. And then just topics of things that I find out. Maybe I can share that as well. But I don't feel like this is my page. I feel like this is a page that we can all share together. We're not under any scrutiny about no any one subject. And when I all of my classes YouTube was such like my right hand. YouTube was my right hand. I didn't understand. I watched me 20 different aspects of YouTube video, and then I can apply it. And I get back to the class, and the teacher's saying what he's saying, the instructor's saying what he's saying, and then I got my YouTube in the back of my head, and I can put things together. And then I got people I can we worked together and stuff, and I was good. I aced all my stuff. I aced all my stuff. I always been a stellar student. So, that's why I'm here. Um, so my next endeavor, because I was studying the cybersecurity class at the time, and the job called me. Guess what? I picked the job over the class. Why? Because the setting I was in, I didn't have an instructor. They give you all the material, they put you online with the course, they put you on with an engine where you can test yourself for terminology, but there's no hands on experience, it's no configurations, and there's no instructor. So when the job called me, I squirmed around and I tried to cram to take the test, because the job had called me and I was about to start next week. And I was like 3 months into studying and stuff. the cybersecurity, and the job called me. So I hurry up to try to take it. I kind of rushed, and I didn't pass it. I did not pass it. But what I did do, and I went through every inch of terminology in that book. And when I tell you, I see the difference between the networking and the cybersecurity, but networking is a huge part of cybersecurity. So I'm very comfortable with that. But I guarantee you, had I had an instructor, I would have passed that particular class. And that certification was paid for by SUNY. And it didn't happen. So right now, I can be honest with you that I am in like a kind of like, it's not frustration, but it's a persistent part of me that wants to get where I'm supposed to be right now. And the job I had doing the help desk, it said help desk, but it wasn't the help desk that most people as a whole come to know. It's not the part where, employees are calling in, they need help, something's wrong with their computers and you're trying to assist them, or if you can't assist them, you can dispatch it to a higher tier or whatever. There was no tiers, there was nothing like that. So I am starting again to uh, market myself with my resume and the technical knowledge that I have conjured, and just take it from there. And I think the reason why I'm not in a legitimate like desktop support position at this time or moved on is because when something comes along, I'm taking it. Even if, well, I take it because I have to survive, I have to live. What I should have been was more adamant not to take anything unless it was in the field or department I have my interest in. So after all these times, let's just say maybe 4 or 5 years later, possibly six, it's been a while, time goes by fast. I can say that the one cybersecurity course, I'm trying to get it. Um, I'm trying to get it for free, and I'm trying to get my certification paid for. And there's only one place that I know that does that. It's so funny. The place that I was applying for a scholarship for cybersecurity. So I went out of town last summer. I took my laptop with me, and they had me doing some assignments, and it shows you the percentage. So you do the assignment, they show you the percentage, and they want you to get to 100%. Once you get to 100%, you pretty much qualify for the you pretty much qualify for the scholarship. But I was out of town. I was doing the assignment. I don't have a teacher. I didn't have anybody working with me. Last year was COVID. People weren't in the office where I was applying for the scholarship. And every time it was time for me to move on, um I had someone had to in the office had to click something for me to go on to the next level. So I was busting things out one night, but the next level, then the next day. But every time I finished one part, I had to call somebody, try to contact somebody. And last year people weren't in the office, they were scared to death. There's maybe one or two people there. The person that was answering me really didn't want to deal with me because I wasn't even part of the school. And it was a bit much. So I came back here. I accidentally left my charger in Philly, and I had to order another charger. And I know these things come fast, but it took too long for me to do it. And by the time I was ready to move on, got my computer back together, got my Wi-Fi in place, the people there, not the one I was dealing with, not them. They said the scholarship was no longer offered. There was one other place that offered that offered cybersecurity, and lo and behold, I'm testing. Lo and behold, I'm testing for their uh entry. I'm studying for the entry into that course now, and I've got my heart set on that course. I really want that course, and I really would like to succeed in that course. I also have an opportunity to do some desktop support, and my resume is being forwarded as we speak. The cybersecurity course is for 3 months, from like 8 to 4 for 3 months. It's like a boot camp. And once again, the job made the job in the school my confrontation, because I need money. Everyone needs money to survive, but I want that class so bad because I will make more money. So I'm trying to just set my life right now where I can actually take that course, even if it means that I may not work for another 3 or 4 months. It's a lot to think about, because whenever you do something, it's sacrifice. But when you're not as young anymore and you have responsibilities, when you sacrifice, you really sacrifice. So it's something, but I would really love to take this course. 3 months is not going to hurt me. I'm going to gain more than I lose. And I'm willing to do that. So I just like to give back to the overall reason why I chose this channel. I have questions, thoughts. Other people have questions or may want to share situations and or scenarios, things like that. And that's why I pretty much conjured up a channel for whatever situation may arise. Now, I've always been able to pass tape tests. If anyone, especially from New York, knows tape tests, everyone gets, you can have 20 people in the classroom, and 20 people will take the same test for like 15-minute time span. I don't know exactly. Please forgive me if I'm saying the wrong numbers or time span. I'm just giving an instance. It may be 20 people in a classroom. And so we'll all take that same test for 15 minutes. And for 15 minutes, those questions you answer depends on what test they'll give you. Let's just say A, B, or C. So if you answer all the questions, you're most likely going to get the C test. But if you answer um a third of them right, you're probably going to get the B test. If you answer half of them right, you're probably going to get the A test, you know? And the A test may be weaker, the stronger may be easy, and B may be harder, and C may be, just plain challenging. So I'm always able to pass a TABE test. But with the program that I'm trying to get in now, they want you to have a certain level on the tape test, which is different. But I may have gotten it difficult tests, which may have been C and D before, but certain questions on there I didn't have to answer, but I still would pass it. I knew what I had to do in order to pass it and what questions I needed to answer. And the very, very difficult ones, I never had to brush up on it because I know that by knowing what I knew, I would pass. But now for this class, it's not about pass, it's about what level you get. So now for this one, and as they call it in the world, I'm digging in the crates. I'm digging in the crates when it comes to my GED. I'm just have to dig up all this, you know, um, all the algebra, geometry, simple stuff, but still, you don't use it, you lose it. That's another thing. You don't use it, you lose it. And so you don't lose it, but it gets put away in your memory. It gets cached in your memory. And so you have to bring it back up to date, and remind yourself and upgrade yourself and bring it back to your frontal lobe. So that's what's going on with me as far as that. So now I've been just trying to get all this algebra, geometry, stuff like that. Um, Advanced algebra, dealing with whatever. I don't know. It's just I know, but I'm just trying to get past that because when I take the test, I don't want anything to come near that I'm not familiar with. As before, I could answer a certain amount of questions and I'll pass it. Like, oh, you're fine. No, here this one they want you to make a certain level. So my thing is that I don't want to come across any topic or term that I should be able to see it and go right to it. So I have to relive what I've done before, because when you don't use it, you lose it. So this is what my channel is geared towards. It is open discussion about tech questions, you know, um, things that every day we do things connected with the computer. We don't know exactly what it consists of, you know, and I have unanswered questions. And I may have things that you want me to share, and you most likely can share some things with me. And I'm open for that. So this is me. This is Tech Savvy Talk. And my Gmail is techsavvytalk at gmail.com. And I want to thank anyone that decided to listen in my own self, okay, in my comfortable space. So I want everyone to have a blessed and resourceful we